What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Lucid Daily, and today we do have actually quite a bit of things that we need to go over regarding the stock price revolving the $1 billion in revolving credit that Lucid just received, as well as some additional comments that I have prepared as well. So let's go ahead and dive into everything. I did just get back from my trip from Canada, so I will be back into the studio tomorrow. I know I told you guys it was going to be today, but the studio is all torn apart right now, so I'll be back in the studio tomorrow to hopefully bring you guys more in-depth analysis. So let's go ahead and talk about what happened today. Lucid was down 11%. They are now trading for $15.55 a share, although they are not alone. Tesla was also down 8.54%, down 0.5% in the after hours. Rivian was down 9%, down 1% in the after hours. And you saw almost the entire S&P 500 was red today, just because yesterday was good news, the Fed's raising interest rates 75 basis points. But then it was oh crap, the Fed has to raise rates by 75 basis points. So we're seeing a little bit of a reversal. And I know yesterday I shared with you guys that graph that showed how six out of the last 8 times that we have had the Federal Reserve raise interest rates, or the meeting from the Federal Reserve, we've seen a small rally. Apparently this is 2 of those 8 times that we don't see a rally. I don't know. We're going to see what happens tomorrow. Futures aren't quite out yet, so stay tuned for tomorrow and we'll talk about exactly what happens. So first off, I want to talk about the comments I prepared. So I've been reading a lot of you guys' comments, and I've been reading a lot of you guys' tweets, and a lot of you guys have been saying that I am judging Lucid unfairly against Tesla. And I actually am here to say that you're correct, because I'm not just saying this because I want to appease you, but if you go way back into my main channel days, and even in the early Lucid Daily days, I was always saying you cannot compare Lucid to Tesla today. And I think that I got carried away in comparing Lucid today to Tesla in 2022, when in reality, Tesla's Lucid's 2013 Tesla in terms of deliveries and things like that. I have it all on a spreadsheet. When I get back into the office, I'll share that with you guys. But I do just want to say that I do think I got a little carried away in comparing Lucid today to Tesla. So Peter Walton has stated that he does want to build the best electric car. So I don't think it's bad to compare them to Tesla, but you have to use the right time frames. So I think what would be really interesting is, I keep saying how Lucid has a negative gross margin at 313% right now. Let's go back either tomorrow or Saturday or Monday, one of these coming days. We're going to go back and we're going to look at Tesla's gross margins when they were delivering the Model S. And I think that's what we're going to learn a lot, and that's going to be extremely fascinating. And I think that'll give us some data points to go off of. And I think that that's a little bit more fair than trying to compare it against Tesla now. So I appreciate you guys bringing that up to me and letting me know down in the comments. I do appreciate you guys watching and commenting. So thank you for that. So let's go ahead and talk about this $1 billion revolving credit that Lucid just received. Now, the reason that I'm a big fan of this is because they're not giving away any more equity. Not that we don't want to give away equity, but equity comes with voting rights and things like that. And Saudi Arabia already owns, I believe, 61%. It's been a while since I've seen that number. It's either 51% or 61%. Yeah, I'm sure you guys will let me know down in the comments. Anyways, Lucid received a $1 billion revolving round of credit, but there's some stipulations. Let me go ahead and read what Sherry House, the CFO of Lucid, said. She said, "We are pleased to complete this credit facility with an exceptional syndicate of banks, which illustrates our ability to access alternative forms of financing and provides us with further financial flexibility to scale our business." And if you go back to their last earnings call, she said that they do have available financing ready when they need it. She continues on and says, "We ended the first quarter of 2022 with close to $5.4 billion in cash on hand, which we will expect to fund us well into 2023. We remain confident in scaling our business and to execute and are executing against our strategic objectives." So this is really good, because basically they burned about $800 million last quarter. So basically this is buying them another quarter, which is good. Now, there are a lot of stipulations to this $1 billion line of credit. It's not just a straight line of a credit card, here's $1 billion. They have to hit certain eligible assets, included in the borrowing base from time to time, which is a $350 million sublimit for letters of credit and a $100 million sublimit for swing line loans. So it's gonna be my job to continue to learn and understand how these revolving credits work with the sublimit letters of line of credit and the borrowing base. There's just a lot of things that I need to continue to understand, but nonetheless, it does look like Lucid is already thinking, how do we continue to get more financing, because we are continuing to ramp. This is expensive. And like I said, it did just buy them another quarter, which is really nice. So I thought that was good news. This is actually relatively bullish for Lucid, that they have financing, and the fact that, I mean, Lucid's getting pummeled with the market. Like, it's nothing necessarily fundamental with Lucid. If anything, like, it should have been up on this news. I don't know how expensive this $1 billion of credit is. That is something that I did look. I'm on their investor relations page right now, and I'm reading the documents, and I don't see anything with how expensive this money is. So maybe we can get an answer to that on the earnings call. I don't think it's too important, but there's a lot of banks. It's the Bank of America, and you also have Citigroup, Barclays, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and then there's a lot of other banks. They called a world-class syndicate of banks that is providing a secured asset-based revolving credit facility with an initial commitment amount of up to $1 billion. So good news for Lucid. And guys, it's a crazy market out there. I'm still hoping for a little rally just so we can get out of this $15 range. But like I was talking about, like, the short term, what we really need is to continue to see deliveries, and tomorrow maybe we can do a little bit of a delivery analysis and kind of see how many cars are moving in and out of the parking lot, just to kind of feel confident as investors. But the earnings recall should be next month: June, July, February, March, April, May. So it was March, April, May, June. Yeah, it should be next month. I could be wrong though. I'll look at that. So yeah, we do have that to look forward to. And again, I really appreciate you guys down in the comments and the criticism that you bring. I appreciate, like, because I oftentimes critique Lucid, and I appreciate you guys critiquing me as well. So if you haven't yet, consider subscribing, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And like always, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.